Discover how thousands of YouTubers are making a full-time income. Go to beatoolboss.com or click the link in the description. It's time for a quick movie review. Guys, I just watched Antebellum. Alright, I actually ordered this. I paid for it, right? $5.99 on Amazon Prime. I watched this movie. Why? Because several months ago I seen the trailer for. My cousin told me about it. He was like, yo, this movie look dope. They got what's her name? Janelle Monáe in it. I think that's her name. Janelle Monáe, yeah. Got her in it, man. You gotta watch this trailer. I watched it months ago. And I'm like, yo, this dude look freaky. Okay, I see where we're going with this. So I forgot all about it, but then I seen it being advertised on Amazon Prime. I'm like, yo, I gotta get it. I gotta let me order it. So here's what I think. First and foremost, I believe this movie, I think, is from the makers of Get Out, and I forget the other movie. But first of all, Get Out is a classic. I don't care if nobody tell me the movie Get Out is dope. Super dope. I think I gave it a 5 out of 5. I'm not sure. But anyway, so the trailer for Antebellum, to me, it kind of put me under the impression of like a horror movie. Maybe I was looking at something else, but it did come off as a horror movie. So keep in mind, I was going to this movie thinking like, yo, this is like a horror movie. Oh boy. So anyway, what's this movie about? Okay, so Antebellum, well, this girl character, Janelle Monáe, at the beginning of the movie, you know, it's like slave times, right? Her character, she plays like a slave back in the slave days. And basically, she's trying to escape, you know, the slavery, right? Her and this guy, she's trying to work with in the movie, but the guy has a very small role. But basically, she's trying to escape this like slave plantation type deal, right? So, you know, you're under the impression of like, you know, the movie's being set like back in the early days during slavery, and then all of a sudden, you know, Janelle Monáe like wakes up and she's in current time. Like you're like, whoa, like what's this about, right? Like, okay, like where we at now? Like, was this a dream? Was her slavery a dream, or is this a dream? What's going on, right? So she basically ends up in a awkward situation in the movie. This movie weird because I don't want to give away and stuff what happens in it, because it's supposed to be like just a quick review and whether you should watch it or not. But in the movie, she does play this big time, like she's like big time. I don't know if she's like a motivational speaker or something like that. And she ends up going on a conference to do some sort of speaking engagement. And all of a sudden, a whole bunch of weird stuff starts happening when she at this conference, right? Like, you know, her room is not clean, her lipstick come up missing, people staring at her, just weird stuff, right? So things get crazy. I ain't gonna say that part of it. I ain't gonna say that. But yeah, so all this weird stuff starts happening at, you know, Janelle Monáe's speaking engagement, whatever, right? So overall, here's what I think, man. I love the concept, right? I do. I like the concept, the way they did the slavery, and they did bring it to current time. I like the idea. I do. But it was, to me, like they could have done so much more. Yeah, and this movie do got a little twist, and you'll see it. But I like the twist. I like the twist that they put on it. But they could have done way more, you know, with this movie. And it's not a horror movie. It has an eerie vibe to it. It has a weird vibe to it. It has that Get Out vibe to it. But it's not like a horror movie at all. It's not scary like that at all. It's kind of on that weirdish, oh my God, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen type vibe, right? But man, they could have just did so much more, in my opinion. I feel like they had like this much of the movie, and it felt like they were like, all right, that's good enough. We're good. Run it, roll it, send it off. We're good. That's what it feel like. And I'm just like, you know, like, so talk about the ending of the movie. The ending of the movie goes exactly what I just said, my problem. the way it went off, I'm kind of like, alright, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's it? Like, that's it? And that's just how I felt with that. So, with all that being said, Antebellum, right? I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. And why a 3? Really, the only thing they gave it a 3 is because I do like the concept. Like when you look at the movie and you see what really happens in it, you're like, oh, right? That's dope. But I can't go above a 3 because, man, like they could have done so much at the beginning, especially the ending. Definitely the ending, they could have did more. And I think one point is I didn't like the fact that they were too much in the slavery time and not enough current time. And if you watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Like majority of the movie was set like more like the slavery type stuff. And I felt like they should have did more of the modern time, of the movie. That's just my take on it, guys. But I will say this. Should you watch it, I will recommend checking it out. Definitely, because I would love your opinion on it. If you have seen this movie, comment below and let me know what you think.
I let the chain hang, yeah, I'm tattered up, and I love to cuss, I just don't give a See, I'm just doing me, and you should do you. Yeah, I hear you talking, that's just your point of view. And see, I just don't care, I be like, yeah, I done heard it all, damn, there's haters everywhere, and they keep me motivated.